The war in Ukraine and a series of interlinked crises across the globe have triggered concerns about energy supplies worldwide. Countries are now beginning to look into contingency plans to avert or overcome possible energy crises. And the United States is no exception. Experts have now sounded the alarm bells over possible blackouts in the Northeast and New England regions. Those areas have already begun rationing heating oil as stockpiles slump by 70%. The rationing measures are imposed on consumers, which limit the amount of heating oil they can purchase. It's reported that the US Northeast is so short on heating oil that the fuel used to power home furnaces is being rationed even before the start of winter. The measures have highlighted the extreme fuel tightness in those regions. Scarcity and high costs have triggered gloomy prospects for the coming months. Wholesale heating oil in New York Harbor averaged $4.09 a gallon compared with $2.46 at the same time a year ago. The emergency situation has prompted many consumers to opt for partial fills. Some say they will not turn on the heat until they absolutely have to. Apart from that, there are warnings that in case of a severe cold spell and amid global gas market volatility, consumers could face blackouts due to not enough gas for power generation. The rising heating oil prices have now pushed consumers to turn to liquefied natural gas or LNG. But due to an energy crisis in Europe, LNG prices are already sky high and will likely move higher as winter comes. That means that power generation firms would have to pay astronomical prices to bring natural gas to the US Northeast. There are now predictions that the highest wholesale electricity prices are likely to be in New England. Apart from the US domestic markets, LNG is in high demands across the globe. Europe's demand for liquefied natural gas has soared to unprecedented levels given the fact that the continent is trying to wean itself off Russia's gas. The US is now the world's largest exporter of natural gas, but political as well as economic elements will prevent Washington from being Europe's rescuer. European nations are scrambling to store enough gas as winter approaches. President Joe Biden promised in March to export more LNG to Europe.
At the time, I noted that we were able to take this step when others could not because the United States is a net exporter of energy with a strong domestic industry. And the United States welcomed the European Union's powerful statement earlier this month, committing to rapidly reduce its dependence on Russian gas. Today, we've agreed on a joint game plan toward that goal, while accelerating our progress toward a secure, clean energy future.
The U.S. commitment to provide the European Union with additional at least 15 billion cubic meters of LNG this year is a big step in this direction, because this will replace the LNG supply we currently receive from Russia.
But the industry in the US is already under pressure. That has prompted some politicians in the US to state that American consumers, economy, as well as national security are at risk unless Washington maintains surplus inventory. Apart from that, much of Europe lacks sufficient import infrastructure, even if America could export more LNG.